Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our channel Botany with YouTube. Today I'm here, a PhD scholar. I'm going to present a topic: major periods of plant evolution. Plant evolution, there are some periods: Proterozoic, Paleozoic, Late Paleozoic, Latest Paleozoic, and the plants which are discovered or produced in these areas are first land plant in mid Paleozoic, and in late Paleozoic some early vascular plants are produced or exist at that time. Latest Paleozoic seed plant and early gymnosperms. Mesozoic, in this era or period, gymnosperms are dominant. Late Mesozoic, first flowering plants are produced in this era. You can observe here in diagram ancestral green algae, then bryophyte, ferns, gymnosperm and angiosperms develop. Botany with YouTube is our channel. Subscribe to our channel if you are new in our channel, and press the bell icon for getting the notification of our next video. Introduction. Land plant first appeared in the era, and today with more than 250,000 species, they are second in size only to the insect. We know that plant, like all living organisms, had aquatic ancestors. A specific group of freshwater green algae are the closest relative to the land plant. The story of plant evolution is therefore inseparably linked with their progressive occupation of land and their increasing independence from water for reproduction. The phylogeny of land plants. The likely ancestor are Charophytian algae. Chloroplast DNA and ribosomal RNA indicate Charophytian algae and land plant had common ancestor. Membranes of land plant and Charophytian have rosette-shaped arrangement of protein that make the cell wall. Other algae have linear arrangement. Land plant and Charophytian have anti-photorespiration enzyme packed into organelles called peroxisome. Peroxisomes not found in other algae. Similarity of sperm of land plant and Charophytian algae. Charophytes. Charophytes, a group of freshwater green algae, are the closest relative to the land plant. Green algae differ from plant in many ways. They do not have a specialized transport or support system. Green algae do not have true leaves. Green algae lack cuticle and stomata. You can observe here in diagram charophytes structure. Early land plants. The early land plants possess two important features that allow them to live on land: a waxy cuticle to protect against desiccation, drying out, and protection of gametes and embryos in a protective jacket made of cells. Even with these adaptations, early land plants were still closely tied to water, and they needed water for reproduction and photosynthesis and still had no vascular system. Bryophytes. Bryophytes do not receive much attention as flowering plant, ferns or conifers because most bryophytes are small and inconspicuous. They have no vascular tissues, and to lend them structural support or not do not have true leaves or showy flowers. This does not mean the bryophytes are not important. Mosses in particular play important role in prevention erosion along and insulating the Arctic permafrost. You can observe here bryophytes. Botany with YouTube is our channel. Share our channel, share our videos with your other friends, colleagues, and researchers. Plant life cycle. Plant life cycle alternate between a sporophyte phase which produce spores and a gametophyte stage which produce gametes. A zygote divide by mitosis and growth into a mature sporophyte or a spore producing plant. A spore divide by mitosis and grow into a mature gametophyte or gamete producing plant. Plant life cycle you can observe here. The sporophytic generation will produce spores and spores will germinate to produce gametophyte and two type of gamete will produce both gamete fuse together and fertilization occur, zygote formation occur, embryo and then the sporophytic body will produce again. Alternation of generation. Sporophyte is the diploid multicellular stage of plant and algae that undergo alternation of generation with each of its cell containing two sets of chromosomes. Gametophyte is the haploid multicellular stage of plant and algae that undergo alternation of generation with each of its cell containing only a single set of chromosomes. In bryophytes, the gametophyte are nutritionally independent of the sporophyte and the sporophyte are either completely or partially dependent on the gametophyte. Sperm are free swimming and require water to reach the egg. Alternation of generation. Haploid spores created by meiosis, beginning of gametophyte stage. And two type of gametes will produce both gamete fuse together, fertilization occur, zygote formation occur, and sporophytic body will produce. The second major period of plant evolution, the diversification of vascular plants. Plant develop an efficient vascular system consisting of xylem and phloem, solve the problem of water and food transport throughout the plant body. Plant also started to synthesize lignin, which is incorporated into the cell wall. Lignin added rigidity to cell wall, making it possible for plant to reach great heights. The reproductive system of plant were also changing. Gametophyte stage remained free living, requiring water for fertilization, but over time the gametophyte generation underwent a progressive reduction in size. The sporophyte phase became the dominant phase of the life cycle. Introduction to the Pteridophyta or Pteridophyta, the ferns. The ferns are an ancient lineage of plant at least to the Devonian periods. There are approximately 11,000 species of ferns, the second largest group of plants. Ferns and other pteridophytes lack seeds, a condition still represented by ferns and a few other groups not discussed here. Second major lineage of land plant to evolve is referred to as the seedless vascular plants. Even though ferns have free living gametophyte, the sporophyte is the dominant phase of the fern's life cycle. Ferns produce spores, not seeds. You can observe here the structure of ferns. Botany with YouTube is our channel. Like our channel, like our videos, and if you have any question, you can ask us in comment section, and you can also share your point of view with us. The third major period of plant evolution, the origin of seeds. The seed, a specialized unit of reproduction, help by providing a food source for the plant embryo and protecting it from harsh conditions. Seed are also an important unit of dispersal. The seed of gymnosperm are not enclosed in any special chamber. The name gymnosperm means literally naked seed. You can observe here seeds, epicotyle, hypocotyle, cotyledons. Introduction to gymnosperms. Gymnosperms formed vast forests that dominated the landscape for more than 20 millions, 200 millions years. The pine tree, a representative gymnosperm, is a sporophyte. The gametophyte generation developed from spores that are produced in male and female cones. The pollen is transferred to the ovule by wind. After fertilization, the seed began to develop. The entire process from cone production to seed production can take up to 3 years. You can observe here the gymnosperms, plants, seeds and cones. The third major period of the plant evolution, the emergence of flower. Today, the flowering plants are by far the most diverse and geographical widespread of the plant. The angiosperms arose during the early Cretaceous period, about 130 Mi. The main feature that led to their success was the evolution of flowers and fruits. The flower is reproductive structure that bear seed within protective chamber called ovaries. The presence of ovaries is one of the major difference between the angiosperm and the gymnosperm. The ovary develop into fruits, which is an important structure for seed dispersal. Flower also allow for specialized pollination by attracting and rewarding pollinators. You can observe here the flower structure, stigma style ovary, the female organ and anther and filament collectively called stamen is the male organ. Thanks to visit our channel. Thanks for your concentration, for your attention. Good luck to all of you. Allah Hafiz.